Peace is not boring. You are just addicted to toxic patterns that feels like chemistry. I want you to listen to me very carefully as I expand this. Peace becomes boring when chaos is all that you've ever known. Most of the time, it normally happens when your childhood was loud or maybe traumatic, when the love that you received was inconsistent, when affection came with anxiety, when you always had to overplay, to overperform, to overexplain yourself, or maybe to feel chosen and to be chosen by other people. So now what did is that your nervous system didn't learn safety, it learned how to survive. Now that you're an adult, you confuse chaos with chemistry. Hence, whenever you find people that are peaceful, you call them boring. When the relationships are stable, you call them off. Maybe it's a feeling of there's something off with this relationship when there's literally nothing off with this relationship. But then you're not used to peace. You're not used to being stable in a relationship. Nobody really talks about how trauma rewrites attraction. I want you to listen to me very carefully. You don't fall for people, you fall for patterns. And patterns makes you feel anxious. They are actually patterns that makes you earn something from someone which you know very well that you should be given it to you freely. That is why toxic patterns feels intense. They make sure that they keep your nervous system activated at all times. They keep you guessing, wondering, and chasing. And that is when your brain would mistaken peace or mistaken stability for just chaos and just toxic things. So when peace finally shows up in your life, when the person that you meet, they finally communicate with you, they no longer ghost you or maybe make you chase them, your body would literally reject them. It's not your fault. It's because of your body and so used to toxic environment, toxic situations, and just chaotic things. So it's very hard for your body to actually adapt. And I'm going to need you to listen to me very carefully. Peace doesn't keep you guessing, wondering, chasing. It doesn't make you overanalyze the text. It doesn't make you feel anxious, or maybe triggers your anxiety. Peace is something that is steady, that is consistent, that is, that doesn't need to be over-explained. Peace is consistent. Peace is like discipline. And it really terrifies a lot of people because people can keep up with something for a very long time. It takes, one courageous person to actually be consistent in something, because consistency requires time, it requires effort, it requires discipline. Chaos distracts you from self-reflection, but then peace will make you confront your wounds. It will make you, sit with yourself and just be honest with yourself. That is peace. But then, chaos is something that will always distract you from being yourself, distract you from, self-reflection and things like that. Now that we are coming to the end of our episode, I want you to listen to this last part. If peace is boring, don't shame yourself. You just need to reflect. You just need to sit down with yourself and evaluate everything in your life. And trust me, from there on, as soon as you have reflected, as soon as you've introspected your life, you'll start seeing changes in yourself and start understanding some things and some concept better. You need to choose peace. Peace is so much loving and so good than chaos. But I understand that not all of us come from peaceful environments. There are people who come from toxic environments and they have learned to adapt to that. Now it's going to be hard for them to get out of that situation. But then believe me, one step at a time. You just need one step at a time, and trust me, you will get there as well. And this is Unshakable Mindset, a place for reflection, growth, and unapologetic empowerment.